Good evening, family. I'm back on here again. For those of y'all who don't know, this is Dr. Life. I'm in the business of saving lives, a lifestyle coach, a first responder, responding to man-made, unnatural disasters. I'll say that again. First responder, responding to man-made, unnatural disasters. So we're in the disaster relief business. We approach disaster relief as a team sport. Compete. We battle against the unnatural situations and unnatural disasters that happen all around. And I'm here talking to a very special group today. This is directed at a very special group because this is a very special weekend coming up. Mother's Day is coming up. It's coming Sunday, the 12th, May the 12th. It's Mother's Day. It's very special for our family as well because my 23rd wedding anniversary to my wife is the very next day, May the 13th. My family also is celebrating 2 birthdays. My daughter just had a birthday, and my son's birthday is May the 19th. May the 19th is important for this new group that I'm talking about. Or this new group that I'm talking to at Full Sail University. Because on May the 19th, on my son's birthday, we're going to unite 2 of our key components of our family. We're going to unite our Full Sail family. I'm a 3-time graduate of Full Sail University. I'm an alumnus of Full Sail University. So I use the schools and the institutions that I go to as an alumnus to tap into the talent pool at the schools. And then we're using Full Sail, the skills around the Full Sail professionals to be able to merge with the business that my family has, disaster relief, and the skills, the technical skills and ability in these 4 areas: business, we're looking for students in the business degrees at Full Sail University, film and television, music and recording, and arts and design. Now this is not a typical business request that you would see coming through the career development department. This is not typical. There is a sense of urgency on this request because we put this date on the calendar years ago. As a matter of fact, let me show you something. In 2006, I was out in South Central LA, Crenshaw High School, same hood that Nipsey Hussle attended. Yes, the one and only Nipsey Hussle that was just gunned down. And it's crazy because in 2006 we were working in Crenshaw High School taking disaster relief, coming in, showing the young people how to go from point A, being in a terrible concrete jungle environment, how to go from nothing to something. That's what we do. We're called in, break the cycles. So, students at Full Sail, what y'all gotta know is there is tons and tons and tons and tons of money for individuals, businesses that can solve the problem of waste. We don't have a financial problem. We don't have a debt problem. Our world has a problem with waste. Waste. One man's trash is another man's treasure. And there is a demand for cures all throughout our community that are being wasted. There's resources just sitting. And we've developed business plans around going into environments where resources are just being overlooked and mismanaged and tossed away. And we turn and we convert those resources into real talent and real skills. The one thing that you have to turn talent into money is skills. When you have people with talent, and then you get those people who have talent skills, then there's one last step: the grind, the work, the business, the work, the practice. That's why I said we are a lifestyle coach, disaster relief lifestyle coach. All right. So 2006, I told a gentleman by the name of Eric Thomas that because when I was at Full Sail, we started this is an article on us while we were at Full Sail. We started a campus organization. This is the campus organization, Entertainment Networking Society. Entertainment Networking Society. It says created February 2nd, 2009. February 2nd, 2009. So this is 2019. So this is the 10-year anniversary of Entertainment Networking Society. So at this time during this interview, my son, who turns 22 on the 19th, we're going to celebrate at Full Sail during Hall of Fame week. I was talking about passing the mantle of this family business of connecting talents and skills. And one thing that our community needs, one thing our community is demanding, is for somebody to create a solution for a problem called gentrification. So this video is going to be dedicated to showing you, those of you individuals, Full Sail professionals in film, arts and design, recording arts, business, who are looking to make a name, looking to find a home for your skill set. I'm going to use the work that we've done in the past. I'm going to use my sister, Kendall Lumpkin, as an example. I'm going to use my brother, Jervis Robinson, as an example to show you that my team possesses the talents to provide a cure for a problem that our community is demanding. And if we could just put a team around them to give them the skills to be able to execute, money will grow on trees. So, this is a video of me talking about what that looks like in the future. Yeah. All right, tell her we need some sugar.
President of Full Sail is an unbelievable individual, someone who I call my friend, Mr. Gary Jones. I haven't spoken to him about this before, but I plan on going back and speaking to him about this. We bumped into, I would say, 7 different individuals who were looking to go into production, some type of media production at the conference today. But they don't know how to go to school. And I wanted to talk to you right now about what is the possibility of us putting together some concrete steps to maybe do some matching scholarships to get these individuals to the different media schools. And the reason I brought up Gary Jones, because one of the individuals would love the opportunity to maybe go from Crenshaw High School and have an opportunity to go to somewhere like Full Sail or Michigan State. And so if organizations like us can get together, what would your take be on something like that?
Well, I'd be very interested in working with any university. You know, we already work with a number of universities in trying to help young people get access. That's what this thing is about. You know, many of our minority students especially don't have access, you know, into higher ed. And, you know, going to universities where they will be provided with a tool, you know, to keep them out of jail, or keep them off the streets. And not only that, they become productive citizens in society. And so between the NBBC and myself, Break the Cycle, and other organizations, celebrities, you know, sports, athletes that work with us and believe in us, that's something that's very doable. And I think that partnership and collaboration is where it's at. You know, no one organization or one entity can do it alone. But if we bring our resources together, I think this would be a great partnership. You guys already have the curriculum, you already have the cutting edge media, curriculum, and we have the people. So you get the resources together, and I think this would be a great partnership. You think about basketball, you think about football, and people recruiting. And we can actually find those students while we're on the road, help them to get those scholarships, and then put them right into a program that's going to allow them to make an impact immediately after they graduate from college.
All right, just to recap quickly, and to my family who've been grinding with us for years, it's time to go full time. It's time to go full time, not part time. And I'm about to show you a clip, a sobering clip of a mother leading up to Mother's Day, who is going to experience for the first time Mother's Day with a child without her father. One of the greatest things, the only way to cure, the most effective way that we see to cure gentrification is to cure the crime and violence. If you cure the crime and violence, that is the excuse that they use to displace individuals in our communities. They use the crime and the violence as an excuse. Okay, these neighborhoods are so violent, so drug infested. They're death traps. Okay, so we're gonna convert these projects, these poor areas, into high-rise communities, and we're going to move affluent, wealthy individuals into high-rise condos and make the cost of living in this area so expensive that the residents who are living here have no choice but to scramble and scatter. But what happens is when you scatter residents who have been in a community all their lives and for generation to generation, and then you displace them and they have to find a home in other communities that they've never been in before. And then when you have other people in the other communities who've been there for generations, now you have new populations coming in. It only exaggerates crime and violence. Gentrification is the #1 cause of why crime and violence skyrockets. And it's not because of the neighborhoods. It's because they use the crime and the violence to take over and make money off of properties and exploit properties that they feel people are wasting. So the opportunity is, if we clean up the crime and violence, if we take away the excuse. So I'm going to show you some individuals in my family that we've been using to demonstrate that we had a solution to the problem. But in order to industrialize it, see, it's one thing to do it on a local, small, little local scale. But May the 19th is the launch of an industrialized chapter of our organization. A universal, not a local area, not a regional area, not a United States area, a universal, an international, universal movement to industrialize and launch, because it works. All right? Let me show you this clip to let you guys know you got 21 days. You got 21 days to decide if you want to be a part of this team, full time, all in, or not. 21 days. 21 days. Between March 10th and March 31st. When my main man Nipsey Hussle was killed. On March 10th, I sent a text. March 10th, I sent a text to my main man Spider Low. Just so y'all know, this is not another one of them. It's not some bandwagon trying to make a name off of and capitalize off of the misfortune of Nipsey. My man Spider, who I've been running with since '93. Connected with Nipsey, and because Spider knew the connection between us working in Crenshaw, and knew that Nipsey was the face of Crenshaw. When Spider got in the studio with Nipsey, Spider hit me up and was like, "Yo, you won't believe who I'm working with now." I was like, "Who?" He was like, "Yo, I got the plug to that Crenshaw gear." I said, "What? Crenshaw gear?" He was like, "Yeah, doing some work with Nipsey." So he shot me some music that they was working on together. Spider and Neighborhood Nip.
So one way y'all gonna win. It ain't gonna be that way.
That's my brother, Spider. Brother Spider. And Neighborhood Nip.
Let's stop.
The people that run the aquarium come get at you. What you gonna do? So everybody ain't willing to drive.
You want this Friday to work?
And all them other ones out there.
Yeah, we gonna make
I
sure.
don't think he was that direct. I think he just smelled the change in the air. Like, okay,
He was smart enough to go with it.
He wanted to do that shit in the future.
yeah, he like, I'm not a level, I gotta make
You know?
I'm this way.
Motherfucker don't like you right now, see?
Alright, so I get a call. Yo, I'm on with Nip. Yo, we doing this track. He already put his verse on this. I just gotta add my verse to it. Boom, 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 boom. So then, y'all people at Full Sail, y'all gonna recognize this. This is Lake Eola. That's SPI and 50 Cent. G Unit when he got signed and when he came here. I brought him here. We did an event. This is what we do. We expose our Full Sail professionals to business opportunities to launch their careers. That's what this event was. Be exposed. Performance at Lake Eola. G Unit. We had EA Sports. All of that. So what we do is we've always brought the campus together. All of the degree programs around projects, real world industry projects, to be able to showcase the skills that Full Sail has. Now what we're doing is we're merging the skills along with a business that goes in and transforms wasted resources that have been thrown away, and we take it and we take the individuals where those resources are being wasted, and we show them how to capitalize on it. So on Mother's Day, because Nipsey was doing the same thing, because Nipsey was showing the world a model of how to ascend, rise above the waste, rise above. So his knife was snuffed out. So what I'm saying to y'all is, tomorrow's not promised. It's opportunity. It's opportunity for those of y'all in our communities who've been working with us over the past 20-something years, waiting for us to pass this baton to our children. The reason it's time to go full time right now is because the demand is greater now more than ever. And if we don't do it right now, we might not get another opportunity. It was 21 days between the time where I sent a text. March 10th, I sent a text saying that I wanted to produce 2 videos here in Florida, tapping into the film students at Full Sail, Full Sail professionals, graduates here. We've been doing it for years. And 21 days later, the opportunity to record with Nip himself was taken away. And here's the reaction of his wife. And listen to the warning.
For everybody that's really sitting there thinking that this was some gang shit, it definitely was not. They are trying to kill us with our food. They're causing, all these diseases are man-made. I need y'all to understand that. All these diseases are man-made. Somebody with a platform is speaking on it to bring light to it. Y'all finally want to pay attention, and they killed this man. They killed this man. Y'all better wake up and realize that they are not playing. Like, I'm so emotional right now, but I need y'all to understand.
I'm gonna play it one more time.
For everybody that's really sitting there thinking that this was some gang shit, it definitely was not. They are trying to kill us with our food. They're causing, all these diseases are man-made. I need y'all to understand that. All these diseases are man-made. Somebody with a platform is speaking on it to bring light to it. Y'all finally want to pay attention, and they killed this man. They killed this man. Y'all better wake up and realize that they are not playing. Like, I'm so emotional right now, but I need y'all to understand.
All right. So when I say we fight against man-made disasters, when I say there is a demand, what's up, Ralph? When I say there's a demand in our communities, a desire, you hear a mother's plea, a wife's plea for our people to wake up. You hear a wife who has a 2-year-old. Her husband was touching on a movement by Dr. Sebi. Now, I don't know if before his death, if y'all knew who Dr. Sebi was. But part of the title, in the title that I touched on, I said, what the health? What the health? What the Adventist health? And the reason I said what the Adventist health is because, number one, there's a documentary called What the Health about a young man who's not in Adventist circles. A lot of y'all might not know what Adventist is, but Dr. Sebi, I have a video where he reveals that he came up worshiping in Seventh-day Adventist Church. And the Seventh-day Adventist Church has a health message that it has abandoned. And all Dr. Sebi did was not waste a supernatural resource that was given to him. And so when Nipsey, someone else who not in those circles, but just heard Dr. Sebi doing what you're supposed to do with supernatural resources, and brought it to light, so then Nipsey was shining the light on it. But the most important thing that Nipsey shined the light on, this is what I want this generation to understand. If you are between the ages of 21 and 34, you have a financial debt crisis on your head for student loans. You have an economic work shortage crisis. 60% of those with college degrees, bachelor's and masters, are unemployed and underemployed. 60%. 60% of graduates. That's not even those who drop out. That's not high school drop. If you drop out of high school, 85% of y'all are going to prison. And then those of y'all who finish college, 60% are unemployed, meaning you went and you couldn't find no job. What's up? What's up? What's up? What up, Anna? 60% of college individuals, graduates, bachelor's and master's degree. We did the research. Unemployed and underemployed. So, this mother's plea, his wife of Nipsey Hussle, we coming to Full Sail on Hall of Fame week. For y'all, those of y'all who don't know, this is what Full Sail is. This is what Full Sail, where you at, yo? Wow.
Their industries.
This is the coolest.
Every year, we induct 6 Full Sail graduates into our Hall of Fame.
Wow, I feel the love. If any of you students reach this point, it's going to kind of hit you like a brick wall, and you're like, how did I get here?
Friends, families, and mentors come together to honor these extraordinary individuals as they reach this milestone. These are alumni who have graduated 10 or more years ago and have made noteworthy contributions to their industries.
This is the coolest club of people. I didn't even know.
All right, so for the Full Sail student, you got the skills to be able to tell this story of how we go into these communities and transform wasted resources that's just thrown away. Now let me show you my peoples who got the talent. And when I put y'all two groups together, the skills plus the talent, if my family with the talent work, and if my Full Sail people with the skills work, my main man E.T. the hip hop preacher, #1 motivational speaker on the planet. #1 motivational speaker on the planet. Same one that I was talking to in 2006. When didn't nobody know nothing about him. So in just 13 years, he went from an underground, we was grinding since 92 to 2006 when we came to Crenshaw High School. But it was all underground. What he didn't have before 2006 was access to individuals like Full Sail to launch and tell the story. And so our organization has been grinding in these communities, just like E.T., knowing that this day was going to come. E.T. is the first generation, and we're launching the second generation. And all we need is the skills to line up with these talents. Let me tell you what E.T. said, though. So he said, broke people chase paper. Broke people chase paper. Your gift will make room for you. What's your gift? Your talent. Broke people chase paper. Your gift will make room for you. You don't chase money. You chase your gift. And when you perfect your gift, money will chase you. You don't chase money. You chase your gift. And when you perfect your gift, and I'm telling you something we done perfected, disaster relief. There's not a community we can't go in. There's not a neighborhood that we haven't been able to work in and transform and flip. We just need a team to tell the story now. So that all of these other communities will know that they got waste that they can convert into bread.
Mommy said she wants you to go get some sugar.
All right, I'm gonna go get it. Then he said, you don't chase money, you chase your gift. And when you perfect your gift, money will chase you. I'm a doggone ATM machine. Yeah. Yeah, I'm about to go get it. I don't gotta go looking for money. It comes looking for me. E.T. said, I'm a doggone ATM machine. I don't go looking for money. It comes looking for me. I'm an ATM machine because I'm gifted. Wherever I put my foot, it will be anointed. Wherever I put my foot, it will be anointed. So first of all, he's saying it's not any old type of work. It's a specific, special type of work. Nipsey said the same thing. I'm not like all you other rap niggas. I'm not like y'all. I'm nothing like y'all rap niggas. It's a different type of work. Everywhere I put my step, it will be anointed. Whatever I touched, it will be blessed. So, let me tell you something about our ability to cure violence.
Okay, this was actually in 2006. All right, so the workout that we're about to do is in conjunction with this, right? All right, so what I call this is the sanctuary, right? Sanctuary work.
All right, so what you seeing is these babies. We've taken our babies, who are now 20 and 21 now, and all their life, we trained them. All their life, we've trained them and prepared them for this day, to grab this baton. This is my oldest. On the 19th, he the first, he the starting lineup. On the 19th, he turned 22. So what does it have to do with crime and violence in Florida? So the one that you seeing right here, his name is James. He's the true King James. He's the true King James. We created a program, Free Big Willie. His father's name was Willie. Passed away too soon, too early, just like Nipsey. Caught in the streets. So I dedicated to training the son to make sure that we could break the cycle of violence. Now his mother. I'm just showing you the talent that we use. When we add the skills to the talent, I'm going to show you the curriculum that E.T. was talking about. I'm going to tell you the programs. I'm going to show you the natural resource. Like they take trash and they recycle trash. We created a program where we could take the talents in our community and recycle them. Like somebody created Hollywood. Somebody created RCA Studios. Somebody created ABC and NBC. They just don't tell our story. Somebody got some owners together and created the NFL and the NBA. We just don't control none of the revenue and none of the resources. Because our community has always felt fine with being subservient and taking the scraps and eating the scraps. Nah, not eating no scraps over here. So, let me show you how we take these dudes, these men and women, they talent. To prevent this. To prevent this.
they were originally called to the scene for a fight. And we begin with the latest on a shooting that happened Friday night on Ryan Village Drive at Lakeshore Crossing Apartments. And Huntsville police say they were originally called to the scene for a fight, and while en route, got a call about a shooting.
2 people were shot, including 19-year-old Shamar Walker, who later passed away.
WHNT News 19's Aaron Cantrell joins us in the newsroom with the latest. So, Aaron, do we know what led up to the shots being fired?
Well, Greg and Carissa, I'm told by family members of Walker, an incident at the Columbia Sparkman basketball game led to everyone meeting up at Lakeshore Crossing Apartments to watch a fight Friday night. Walker's sister tells me several girls were fighting before someone put out...
Oh, snap. My fault, yo. So, mind you, there was a shooting.
Someone put out a gun and started firing shots, bullets that ended up hitting her 19-year-old brother, Shamar Walker.
The fight broke out at the game, and it was more of a meet me in Lakeshore type of thing, or everybody go Lakeshore, they feel a fight type of thing.
This is video moments before Shamar Walker was shot and killed. WHNT News 19 received this video 3 days after Friday's shooting. When his mom, Felicia Walker, first saw the images, she was in disbelief.
And people were walking away, they were leaving when the shots started being fired. He was getting ready to leave as well. Him and the person that he was with, they were running away.
On the video, you hear shots fired, possibly at least 7 shots. Walker's mom says her son just happened to be in the line of fire.
And those bullets hit my baby in the head. I heard the gunshot.
This is my 19-year-old who attended that same high school. I literally saw this dude. I literally saw the dude. Somebody was on Facebook Live. This was January 2017. Somebody was on Facebook Live. He was on the ground fighting for his life. Because my peoples live in Huntsville. My oldest son goes to school in Huntsville. My sister is raising her 2 children in Huntsville. I had my first 2 children in Huntsville, Alabama. They can't have our streets. They can't do what they want in our communities. That's an unnatural, man-made, created disaster. And if ain't nobody gonna do nothing about it, we gonna do something about it. So, what's the #1 way to cure gentrification? Cure crime and violence. Now, the Europeans and the UN, they already demonstrated that they can't do it. They already demonstrated that they don't have a clue on what it is to do. Because they apply the same principle to the healthcare system. They treat the symptoms. They never get down to the root cause. What's the root cause of ending crime and violence? Erasing poverty. Erasing poverty. How do you erase poverty? E.T. just explained it. You take your talents, you add a skill to it. You don't chase money. You chase your talent. If you don't know what your talent is, that's why you got to chase it. Once you find out what your talent is, then what we're doing is we're applying people with a set of skill set around another group of people who have talent. And when you put the 2 together and you work every day, those who have found their talent and those who have skills, you become an ATM machine. You print your own money. Print your own money. We got a movement. It's called Just Own It. This is one of my other sons. This is one of my other sons. Really my nephew. Call him my son. That's him with the ball. Running back this time. Can't touch him. It's called talent. It's called talent. He quarterback this time. He wide receiver this time. Alright, so that's talent, right? So when you take a talent and then you got skills, then you have to have what we bring to the table. Business to just own it. So what you see here are business plans. Business plans. I went to school and got a master's degree in business. This is a business plan. This is a business plan. Uniting 4 communities of Orlando, Florida. Pine Hills, Paramore, Washington Shores, West Apopka. Around 4 different talents and skill sets. Gardening, community garden, to deal with the health issues. Exer Gaming. This is our sports league that we gonna broadcast. Exer Gaming. Multimedia Studios. Our film, recording art studios. We're gonna produce and tell the story. And own our own product, own our own likeness, own our own. This is turning on the ATM machine. And the sensory learning lab. Schools. You got to get out of them schools. The reason we mess with Full Sail is Full Sail graduates a new class every month. No waste. No waste. Every month a new class of professionals graduates. Hungry, ready to go to work. We've adopted that same model. So now we come to our family. There are individuals in our community who don't have the ability, don't have the funds to purchase their way into like these AAU teams that they got our families playing on. They be having to pay like $600 a quarter, $800 to be on this traveling team. Snoop got a football league. They pay $300 to play. Listen, man. The way to solve the gentrification problem is those of us who have invest. Those of us who have, we give. We remove the obstacle, and then after they chase their talent in our program, and then we merge it with the ability to develop skills in their talent, then we challenge and we hold them accountable to turn around and do pay it back. Not ride off into white picket fence community to pay it back. Proud to pay it back. Duplicate the cycle. And once we do this cycle over and over and over again, we got business plans. We got the skill talent at Full Sail. We got skills at Full Sail. We got the talent in our family, in our communities. And then we have the population that we want to serve. That's enduring the most heinous concrete jungle environment. So, my family, if y'all want to be a part of that, what we've done is Robert Kiyosaki, I don't know if y'all know who Robert Kiyosaki is, billionaire, wrote this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. Alright. So we took Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and we took hip hop. It's an album that myself and a group of us from Oakwood University, we produced back in the 90s. Because we wanted to portray a different narrative in our communities. We wanted to tell a different story. We wanted to project a different image. And so with the principles from Rich Dad, Poor Dad, his father, his rich dad, took the game of Monopoly and gave him principles that taught him how to be a billionaire. And then he turned around, created this game, cash flow. Then we took cash flow, and he has an educational system. So for almost 25 years, we've taken the language of hip hop that we understand. We've taken the principles from Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and we created a business plan and a business model that goes in and addresses these 4 areas, and it teaches how to generate cash flow from these 4 areas if you have talent and skill. The people living in these communities have the talent. The people at Full Sail have the skill. And the 4 areas that we focus on, once again, community gardening. What the Health was just a young man who came out and challenged the medical establishment. Challenged the medical establishment because the Center for Disease Control listed lunch meat as a level 1 carcinogen. Plutonium is a level 1 carcinogen. It listed lunch meat. And when he read it on the Center for Disease Control, lunch meat, processed meat, level 1 carcinogen, he did a documentary investigating how someone trying to be conscious of his health, but eating lunch meat and eating meat, eating all of the stuff that they tell you to eat. And he just went to his doctors, and he went to the diabetes, the diabetes, the #1 diabetes fundraising not-for-profit who's supposed to be trying to cure diabetes, and the Center for Heart Disease. And he basically found out that the same food companies that sell all of the garbage that we eat, they're the #1 donors and contributors to the Cancer Society, the Diabetes Society. So it's a big hustle. So when this young lady says, yo, my husband was trying to expose the fact that they're killing us in this food, it's real. So we have a community garden, extra gaming, where we force these kids, like, listen, if you're not on our physical sports teams, and if you're going to be playing video games, we're going to have you play life-size video games where you got to get up and be active, and you got to exercise, and you got to get your heart pumping, and you got to get your blood flowing. Extra gaming. Multimedia studios, we are going to produce and tell the story, just like E.T. did, so that other people can know that they can get access to this transformational power of how to recycle the wasted resources in our communities all around us. And the reason I said what the Adventist help is because Dr. Sebi, I got a video, he said he came up as an Adventist. And for those of y'all who don't know, the Adventists have had a health message. But when I say I hate waste, our people didn't even know nothing about, they wouldn't know nothing about Dr. Sebi if Nipsey Hussle didn't get killed. And the fact that Dr. Sebi did all of his holistic medicine outside of the parameters of an institution that is known for having a health message. My father has been introduced us to a family, the Dawsons, who just like Dr. Sebi, saw the health message in Adventism, but unlike most, they've been faithful with it. And that's all this movement is about. Reminding our people of the resources that we have. And then reminding our people, now there's an opportunity because a light is shown on this issue. Now that all people are awake, that there is a holistic approach to dealing with these diseases, now is an opportunity for us and places to get people to places like the Voice in the Wilderness Mission. The Voice in the Wilderness Mission is the place where my father introduced us to years ago. And I'm guilty just like most other people. Having access to information and not taking advantage of it. But we rededicating. Because what Nipsey Hussle shows us is tomorrow's not promised, yo. People in my dad's generation are dropping like flies. And the reason they dropping like flies is because they've had access to this information and they've wasted it. We're not wasting it. On June the 3rd, I'm doing a 90-day raw challenge. 90 days. Whenever I'm ready, I'm trying to get back right, I go to the raw. June the 3rd, and we're doing a camp here in Orlando, Florida. So we're going to recruit these people from Full Sail from May the 19th to May the 23rd, Hall of Fame week. And we're getting right to work in the business plan, launching these 4 components. The community garden, the multimedia studio, the school, the sensory learning lab, school. My cousin down in South Florida, Audra Wells, gave us a curriculum and a blueprint for a sensory learning lab, school. We built a science, technology, engineering, arts, and math lab in Mount Sinai Junior Academy in the Paramore neighborhood, in the heart of the hood in Orlando, Florida. State-of-the-art computers, doing robotics programs out of there. The community garden is right there. We ready to go. All we need is our family, who have all of the talents and the resources, and we merging together these Full Sail students who have all of the skills to broadcast and launch. So I'm letting y'all know, and I'm inviting y'all to join us. Special weekend coming up, Mother's Day. A 23rd wedding anniversary for myself and my wife. And we're going to celebrate it by giving everything we've invested in these past 26 years now We're giving it to those who need it most. And we're here to tell you that that is the blueprint for unlimited, untapped, unlocked prosperity and success. The blueprint. Just give. Just give. So if you want this stuff in your life, help us give it to the lowliest person who can't afford anything. And we're just going to give it to them, and we're going to put them to work. And you watch how your investment in this turns in and unlocks prosperity. And when you join us in these challenges, this 90-day Raw challenge, you might not do Raw. We call it the Hate Waste Fast, where you get to select whatever resource you might be wasting. Where you get to select and say, yo, I've been chasing money, I'm going to chase my talent instead. What is the talent? So what do you have to sacrifice that you've been chasing in order to refocus on your talent? And when you refocus on your talent, we're going to put the skills and the technical people around your story and around your challenge. When you join us in this challenge, we're about to launch a website where we all could post the challenge, the progress as we go through these challenges. And we're going to break the year up in 4 90-day cycles. And we're going to go from challenge to challenge to challenge. We got 4 phases that we deal with. And we got to get the victory in all 4 phases. And the 4 phases represent this, and I'm going to let y'all go. Prosperity. I'm talking about when you look at the 4 areas of complete health. Your finances, financial health, physical. Your physical, this is outward, and that includes the environment. The number one way to destroy your physical is to destroy the environment around you. Destroy your water, destroy your food, destroy your neighborhood environment. Then physically, it's going to have a physical effect. And then internally, your mental, your spiritual, your soul, health, mental health. This is verse 3. And then the final, most important, is your family. Marital, listen, my wedding anniversary is in the middle of this. The marital health. They have attacked the family just like they've attacked the body. They've attacked the family. They killed this woman's husband for raising awareness. It is an all-out attack on the family. So if you don't fight for all 4 of these things, the financial, the physical, the spiritual, and the home. We got the business plans for it. We got the talent for it. We got the skills for it. And we got the opportunity to demand. The people are crying for it. All we got to do is step up and deliver. Challenge y'all to join us. Thank you. Peace.